You're having my baby. What a beautiful way to say that you really love me. Having my baby. Okay, people. The Beef Sector is now available at Kindle. It will be available. Ain't it happy? The screen is terrible. Well, it's the same picture, but it's finally done, people. Please download your copy today. It is available for download immediately. It has been fully re-edited, and it is available at paperback. I imagine by Monday. It's usually about 2 days lag between the two. Is being reviewed now to make sure there are no errors, so nobody can cry. I'm so happy to have this thing done. So let me tell y'all, hi y'all. Hey, this time is real, baby. This time is up. Okay. Hi, Marsha Jackson, and Princess A, and Prima Wanda. Hi, y'all. Hi, everybody. Hi, Miss Piggy. Y'all get your copy. It's only $5.99 if you have a Kindle to download. I think it's $12, $12.20 for the paperback, which is available on probably Monday. There's usually a 2 days behind with the hardcover book. So I'll order a whole bunch of those, and I'll bless my my moderators. But I'm so happy about it. So it's as if you guys are aware, maybe about 6 months ago, there were some ladies I had mentioned that I should write a book about the show experience, right? And give my take on it, right? So some people in Deanna Irving's chat, they said, no, we want you to write it for real. As I began writing the story, I said, well, the show never existed. The show came down to a weekend event. So I said, there's a bigger element here. So I sat down and I started writing, I believe it was 7 months ago, this book about the beef sector. This book about a murder, not a murder. I won't give it all away, but murders in the beef sector. Now, we all know what this docking phenomenon is that takes place here. There have been other phenomenons in other chats. The gamers have made this swatting famous, and many of those gamers ended up in prison, and they are still sitting there in prison because they have been playing with the SWAT teams, wasting the city's resources and putting many people in danger. Well, there's a phenomenon here on the YouTube, which is doxing, which has gotten so far out of control. I mean, literally speaking, doxing is anytime you put someone's personal information online. You don't have a right to do that. So people are acting like they are these top investigators. They're not top investigators. You could have gotten the same information from the yellow pages, or the white pages, excuse me. The white pages for your personal information are the yellow pages years and years and years ago. It has become more sophisticated because it's the information age, and there's more information about people. So some people take it upon themselves to, when they run out of words and they can no longer feel that they are beating you with words, or roasting and gagging you, or getting the upper hand, they will resort to doxing. They will find out where you work, and they will call your job and see if they can influence the people on your job to fire you. Now, you met people who live in real lives, who raise real children, who have real mortgages. This can be very harmful to them. So it is a form of intimidation, right? They can also contact so this is taking doxing further. It's doxing when you post any information at all about somebody. It's made famous by people posting phone numbers and addresses, but it's particularly harmful when you now actually call someone to lose their job. And it seems to be the goal of this thing that we're lunking in with doxing, right? In my story, there are several incidents where people are just pushing and pushing the limits. And what has happened is they have simply pushed on the wrong person. This is probably the last person in the world they needed to dox. They didn't know it. They thought it was funny. They get a few clicks and views. Maybe they made $5 on that video, $6, $7 on the video, and they have caused someone. Well, I don't want to tell the whole story. Okay, so y'all get your copy. I think you'll enjoy the story. I know some have. It was up for a few hours one day, and then when it was revealed that there were errors in the book, not a lot of errors, but still, nevertheless, there were errors in the book because I relied on machines to edit the book. I had to then take it down and then hire editors to edit and proofread the book. That's not going to make a huge difference in the people who bought the book last week or 2 weeks ago and the people who get it now, right? But don't be distracted by I don't know. There's so much evil that goes on YouTube, right? Don't be distracted by that. I think this is a great story. And it is not about the people who are us, right? There's one character, the primary character, who is the writer, which is me. My name is Ralph in there because I could write about Ralph, who is me, because I'm not going to sue myself. I'm not going to bitch and complain about myself. Oh, that's me, that's me, that's me. So people are going to play that game and try to guess who these people are. They're none of us. Anybody can be in the beef sector, honey. Anybody, right? So these are 8 other characters, but they are in this beef sector. And these issues are real. They're the exact same issues that we deal with on a daily basis, with the exception of there being a very dangerous person who they've come in contact with. Right? Hi, people. What's this, Friday? Yeah, they delivered last night, and it just went live maybe 15 minutes ago. But some people still like to have a hard book, and those will be arriving on Monday. So just wait a couple of days. You can order that. But I'm going to put the link here, so you can do it instantly for $5.99. You're at work, DeAndrea? Oh, okay. Hi, Rhonda McGee. I just got your notification. I'm trying to get my book. Is it on Kindle? Yes, it is on Kindle right now. You can buy it with one click. And it'll be on paperback by, I'm guessing, Monday, no later than Tuesday. But my experience, I've written a lot of books. Or this is my 6th book. But my experience has been that usually it takes about 2 days for them to check it with Amazon. Congratulations again. That's right. Here we go again. Here we go again. I think that was a song. You ever make a video on how to self-publish? Yeah, people want to hear it. I don't mind. I'll talk about it. I'll be talking book for, a little bit here. But Vashti 7. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Uncle Tim, would you ever make a video on how to self-publish? That would be awesome. Yes, I'll certainly do that. I like talking about books. I mean, people don't read a lot like they used to read, but I've discovered that women still read books. So since the audience here is primarily women, that maybe, people will take an interest. I think I'll be interested. Since we're doing this thing, you guys and us, we're doing it every day. Why wouldn't we want to read it? There are, of course, we have to deal with these people, the haters that are here, who want to piss all over everything you do. We have to just ignore those people, and because what they're doing, they are revealing who they are. And as Maya Angelou said so beautifully, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Pay attention, people. And when they release their projects, remember that. Remember how they acted towards someone else's work. Right? No errors. Praise Jesus. L. Edwards. I couldn't find one, honey. Now, I've read this book over and over and over and over again, but my head hurts So I read through the proofs. I couldn't find one. I read the first 100 pages or so at least. So I'm guessing no errors. None of my other books. I think I found somebody found one error in Meth Monster, and it was a simple error, but that's the only one that was in the whole book. So yeah, I think it's very in good shape now. Definitely buying it. One click on Amazon, people. Click on the link. Can I put the link? I can put the link on here. Here's the link right here. Hope I don't make it small. Okay. Oh shit! I can't click on the link. I can't put it in the thing because the chat only allows you to have 200. I wonder how you could. There's got to be a way I can make this thing smaller. When you have a link, it's going to be in the description. But when you have it, I think it already is. As a matter of fact, when you have an Amazon, I simply go up to the top, go to the page, right, and then I click on the whole line where the book appears, and it gives you all of this characters, right? So it gives me 226 characters. So I can't post it in the chat. And then when you click it on the here, it reduces it to a line, right? So it'll be all over the place. It will be all over the place in a minute, people. I know there's a way. I ain't gotta do that with that big number like that. I gotta figure it out. It's been a while. The last book I published was right before I came on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I think YouTube is the reason why I got blocked. And I never wrote for 3 years. Let me see. So like I was saying, these ladies in Deanna Irving's chat, they said, "Oh, Deanna, sorry. Oh, Deanna wants to talk to you." I said, "Oh Lord, am I in trouble?" She said, "No. These people say they're gonna buy all these books. They want you to write it." So we stumbled into the beef sector, but I think it's an excellent. I believe it depicts our life here in this particular sector, right? And we've all thought, particularly when something has been done bad to us, we've all thought, somebody's going to hurt that person. That person better watch. I've heard it 100 times. That person better watch out. Girl, you better watch out. We better watch out for some of the things that they've done on here. So I'm starting to list some of the things that happen. People want to call CPS on people. That's the thing about snitching, right? You send CPS on people. You think it's cute. It's something going to give you a few views on YouTube. Maybe you make $6, $16 on there, whatever it is. And you think you've done something, right? But when those people come to someone's house, you're actually putting those children in danger. Those children have some of those mothers. If something's going on, let's say that CPS pull up to the house and the guy and the girl, whoever lived there, they're having to be arguing. They see that as being violence. So now they recommend to take children out of the house. Right? You don't know what you're sending people to. You don't know the condition of the house. You don't know the condition of the people. They might open the door and the woman might be drunk. The kids are off at school some damn where. Whatever. They see that as being an unfit mother. Right? So we try to cover as much of this stuff as the real stuff in the book as we can. But think about what you do, people. You threaten people's Social Security. Y'all got so mad at me. You can understand. Oh, he's scared of the white girl. It's not about being scared. It's about respect, people. It is about respect. You have no business going into people's personal lives. No business at all to cause them discomfort. So what we've experienced in the book is this is what happens when you done pick the wrong goddamn person. Everybody's not going to deal with it, baby. And for everybody, a plane is not that big a deal. Right? Some people have miles stacked up, honey. They can come to town, do they do, and go back to town like nothing ever happened. Anyway, so I try to express my feelings about this whole scenario in there. We highly recommend it. Let me see if I can make it. It don't make no sense that I can't. Hold on. Go to Amazon and just put that in there. Actually, you don't got to go to Amazon. Just click on it. It'll take you there. And let me see. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, we'll see. How y'all today? How y'all doing today? People, I just found out something else today, unrelated to this. I found out that I am a media influencer. I'm a social media influencer. I'm a social media influencer, people, because about a week ago, or maybe 5 days ago, I got into it with this Rebel Sun monster, right? And in my and when I was going off on him, I was talking about his beard, how horrible it looked with him not to have a beard, right? That his skin was bad, and I went on about how it made his face look long and the goatee look ridiculous and all this kind of shit, right? The next day he came on. Not only did he not mention me anymore, I guess he had enough, so I probably should just let it go. But I thought it was amusing that he's got a full beard. Wait a minute. In one day, after I wrote him about this damn beard of his, suggesting that he should immediately get that beard back on his face immediately. Do it as fast as you can, right? The very next day, Rebel Sun appears with a full beard. It is that Beijing. That Beijing. Oh. He went and put that stuff on his face again. He made it full again. Beijing is not the same as the Beiyang. The Beiyang implies that someone is doing some of that stuff, some of that shit, as they call it. The Beijing is when you paint your beard on. So he had only stubble a day before, and now it is full. So it is basically drawn on. But God bless him. It's good when you can take instruction, right? Pay attention to your elders. I thought that was so amusing. I said, who grows a beard in a day, honey? All right. We ain't gonna go in there bothering that man. He took my suggestion. I didn't know I was such an influence, however. You just ordered it, Nikki J? Thank you. You guys ordered the book. I think it's a fantastic read. I think you'll enjoy it. This book is something other than loving gospel music. The first book, of course, was The Meth Monster, which was very successful for me. The most successful book I've ever written. And then I wrote Loving Gospel Music, which is the book, the last two books that Almond Brown has been reading on her channel. That turned into a 4-part series, right? So essentially, I wrote The Meth Monster, and then the other books were all a series. So this is a departure from Loving Gospel Music. That was a great series. Of course, I'm going to say everything is great. Fabulous. I'm Donald Trump. Honey, you guys will be able to tell. All I ask for you, please, if you like the book, just give an honest review. You can do it on Amazon, talk about it here or whatever, kind of spread the word for me. And just tell the truth what you think about it. I don't care. I just don't want to be out there where people are constantly talking about some damn error. I think that's kind of distracting. So that's why I had to go and, and do it right. I've done that before. I mean, I put it up and had to take it down, whatever. But these guys seem to have done a real good job. Real neat and pretty. I've seen errors in the dang daily news. Right. Me too. Well, we see errors in here. I mean, particularly if people are like you're in the chat and you're talking on your phone, there'll be errors all over the place. I mean, people make errors. The thing is, what you're gonna do about it? If you care, But a book or something is going to be up there on Amazon for years, So you don't want to just leave it up. But yeah, the other thing, every 50 pages, you found one word or spelled backwards or something. Whatever. You got to do it right, honey. No excuses. What's good, y'all? You got to chill. Oh, you got to chill. All right, and that sounds like a record. Hi, Purple Love. Rebel is my baby daddy. I am the mother of Kai. People, y'all like who you like, honey. He can't help it. It's just when you're covering these people and you're focusing on the beef sector, there's only so many of us here, people. So I can see how they keep running into errors when they're talking about people and then end up talking about people who are in here because it's difficult to avoid them. If that's the story of the day, it's interesting. So, I mean, it's hard to avoid talking about these people because that's all we talk about is each other, right? So we ain't gonna hate on the dude like that, you know. We'll see. We'll see how it responds. You just bought it? See how easy it is? I just love that one click deal, honey. Yes, Lord. I done erased my one with the error in it and then redid it again. And then I order a bunch of books on when they come out. Can order them now. What's popping, Mr. Tim? Lord, you're trying to get this book out, baby. We want y'all to read the story. I think you're gonna like it. If you like to read. Not everybody likes to read. Don't force yourself, you know. But something I had gotten out of the habit of. I read to go to sleep every night. I mean, I listen to audiobooks. But or my Kindle. Your Kindle turns every book into an audiobook, right? Y'all know that. It's a mechanical voice. But what I've learned is you can get used to that mechanical voice, right? Don't forget to hit the like button. Would you please hit the like button? Thank you. Oh, that girl's over there talking all about playing in her Clyde Diva. I just peeked in for a second. Apparently, she was explaining why it's okay for her to be playing in her pocketbook with that other guy. What's the guy's name? X, whatever it is. Y'all know who he is over there. She talked nasty. Ooh, but that's her thing, though, honey. Everybody got their own audience. Some of them means like to hear all that. How should we call God wrong by born? Let me see. What else is going on, people? I guess Tracy's got the situation with that dude. I don't know why y'all keep fucking with that boy. Honey, I just don't understand it, people. I'll tell you the truth. If someone is been confirmed over and over and over again that they are a racist person, that they use their white privilege to say the most horrendous things about black people, and then to actually have to come over here and dox them, why are you messing with somebody like that? I mean, someone who just, I mean, the blatant disrespect, and to sit up here and talk about nigger, 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 in defiance of people being offended, and then to see black people going over there to listen to more of that shit. We don't play with races. We don't play with child molesters. We don't play with racists. We don't play with men who beat women. I mean, have some self-respect, honey. Anyway, so I guess that's going to be a story that this fool has done taken Tracy and filed charges on her. So we'll see. I'm not going to follow the story, though. I just find it so repugnant. I think it's the word. That boy is so disgusting that he keeps. Why are you hanging around all these black people? I mean, aren't there other Jews that want to converse with you? The hell's the fascination over here? And to be so nasty over here, you come with respect if you're from a different community, right? If I go over to a sector which is predominantly Caucasians or white people, I'm not going to go over there talking about peckawoos and crackers. Would make any sense. You come with respect or don't come at all. No, you're not like them. You can't say the same things that they say to each other. It's just the way it is, and I'm sorry that offends you. Anyway, so I guess the big thing is taking everybody to court. Some people need to get a job. Some folk need something to do, honey. Mm-hmm. Timothy, would you kiss that guy with? Would you kiss that guy? My husband had a beard. Richard Ramirez. Richard Ramirez. Why you want to be a serial killer? Lord have mercy. Or is it just coincidence? Would I kiss a guy with a beard? My husband had a beard. I was never attracted to men in a beard before I fell in love with him. But I thought that since he had a balding head, we were young people. He's only 29 when I met him. But I said, no, no, no. You would look much better with a full beard. I think men who have bald heads look better with full beard, just to even their face off. There has to be some hair going on there. And look beautiful. And he tried it, and he ended up staying with that until the day he died. So, yes, I would kiss a man with a beard. I don't like big, heavy beards, but it's just a matter of taste, you know. So far, I ain't been kissing nobody. Richard Ramirez. I ain't had many offers, if you know what I'm saying. Let me see. What else is happening? Okay, you just bought a scooter high. Thank you. Thank you. Spread the word, people. Mm-hmm. We can't do nothing without y'all. They are jealous. Well, that's what this. As I've said before, honey, when you come on this damn social media, you're gonna encounter all kinds of people and some very nasty people. So I just say, just judge them by their actions, honey. Judge them by the fruit they bear. If someone is willing to go and have someone's children taken away from them because they're in a YouTube beef, judge them on that. This is the character of the person. If someone wants to call the police on people and try to see if they can get them arrested, or try to see if they can cause confusion in their life, or are they trying to destroy someone's livelihood, judge them on that. This is the character of the person. Not everybody's going to do all that stuff, child. I can't even conceive of it, right? Everybody's not the same, of course. And something's got to happen. When that woman, the Sean Bradley woman, Ty, when she pitched her story to me, or her plan, or her idea for this show, what she said was that the doxing had gotten out of control. And she said that YouTube was going to start eliminating sectors like this one because they're not profitable to them, for one thing, and because they've done such horrible things to each other, that they're moving towards more corporate type. They're going to turn this to interactive television, right? Where you see all these celebrities getting channels and stuff like that. But she was just lying. She fed us a story. But one of the things they're supposed to accomplish with all of these little events they were doing is they're supposed to be bringing together the people who had all these beefs online, right? And that explains why they allowed us to have these because the cell phones were taking it first, but they allowed us to have these cell phones. Did it take them, or did we just turn them off? I don't remember. I think they took our cell phones. They didn't want us to personally capture all the beef, right? They caught that with their big cameras. And then afterwards, I guess, Ty had worked around enough reality shows to know how it worked. Later on, after everyone ate, everyone has been there for a while, they all calm down, they start talking, and they send the cameraman around to get various. They were going to pretend like they were actually solving some of these problems with all this beefing in the beef sector, right? Was to iron it all out. Of course, it never turned into that, because as soon as the people got there, they all started screaming and hollering and stuff, and nothing was really accomplished. So you could barely hear over the voices. It's very much like one of them Zooms they got. In fact, they made one of those Zooms one of their episodes. I don't know, honey. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna burst. What if Wilson wrote stories? Child. Wilson does Bear Cluster. Wilson does not have the ability to tell the truth. He would always be a spin. He very much has that gene that Donald Trump has, honey. He's a classic narcissist. So I don't think he could ever really write anything. He wrote a manual about how to get into college, but that's not really writing. That's not creative writing, right? Because there has to be a certain amount of truth, even if it's fiction, right? You got to bring the issues anyway, and you got to be honest about things. I don't think he has the ability to do that, and I have seen no proof that he knows how to write anything, right? He doesn't care much about writing. I mean, I tried to explain to him when he had all those errors in his first paragraph that it's simple to just take it down. He could do just what I just did. He could do that. He don't care. He's just in it for $1. So Wilson probably, if he wrote a book, it would probably be written with he'd probably just pay a ghostwriter. But I don't think he would ever write anything that was nonfiction. He wouldn't tell his own story. No way. It takes a certain kind. I think that is a sign of a writer, though. If you are a writer, then you have a desire to write. You want to write, and you want to resemble not only fiction, but even in your writing, your personal writing, you have to have the ability to tell the truth. Just sit up here and just make up silly stuff. It's not going to have any legs, in my opinion. So he ain't never said he writes anything except for that pamphlet. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not a writer. That's not necessarily a criticism. Most people are not writers. I mean, you know, he seems to want to poo-poo anything that I do. So I've written all these damn books. He says that don't mean anything. So their only concern of me, their vision of me is me dumpster diving. That's it. You can't get around it. Dumpster diving 30 years ago, at the very beginning of my drug addiction, not at the end. At the end, I was a drug dealer. At the beginning, I did what drug addicts do. I tried to explain in Meth Monster what addicts do. Now, you ain't got to be all that bright, honey, to see what addicts do. There was I clicked on one. They were doing a story on the I guess I forget what name the street is, but they were showing Philadelphia, and they were showing the drug area, and they were showing people dumpster diving. They were seeing people shooting up in their neck, and they were showing all of these things that happened on this particular street, right? So when I clicked on that, for whatever reason, it was in my algorithm. Now they're showing me several of them, all these pictures of this drug area in Philadelphia. Well, if you're going to write about drug addiction, I mean, that's what you got to write about, honey. Right? You ain't trying to encourage people to get high. So you need to tell the truth. And that's what I attempted to do in my book. Meth Monster is about getting off dope, though. People don't even know that Meth Monster is a story about, it's a spiritual story about myself being delivered from drugs. And it has proven to be true because here I am still 20 years later, I'm still clean. So I tried to explain that. These monsters. And then the thing that kills me, they all want to say, "Oh, I ain't reading that. Oh, I have no desire to read that book." Bitch, what is the last book you read, girl? Like you just reading all the time, honey. You got a big library. Silly ass people, child. Tim, did you ever sleep with Liberace? Lord have mercy, precious diva. That's another madam with that big chin. No, but I did know his husband, Scott Thorson. Y'all see Under the Candelabra? Scott Thorson was this guy. It was his partner. He hired him first. They pretended that he was his chauffeur, right? But then he was actually his lover, and they were drug addicts too. And Scott started changing his face to look like Liberace. You know, where he got the chin, he got the nose, he got all his work done because Liberace was making them look like him. Anyway, Scott Thorson was with him after the man died. It was a big. First of all, before he died, it was a big palimony suit and all that kind of stuff. And there's even a movie called Behind or Under the Candelabra. It's with Michael Douglas playing Liberace. So anyway, I said all I have to say is I did know Scott Thorson because Scott Thorson was a crackhead. He's a drug addict. So many times, long before the prison days, when I was going in and out of jail, he would be going in and out of jail too. So I met him in jail. Mm-hmm. I think eventually he got a little money eventually. And then he's also the one that claimed that he had a love affair with Michael Jackson. So apparently he had trouble with the truth. Because if anything we know about Michael Jackson, he was not interested in old men. Scooter, hi, y'all two. So who is y'all two? Y'all two are funny in such completely different ways. I love it. Oh, I don't know who I was talking about. Scott was on that powder. Yes, Lord. Yeah, he's on cocaine though. In the movie, what was he on? I think it was meth and cocaine in the movie. I mean, a drug addict's a drug addict, so they were getting high. Scott got hooked. I mean, Liberace, he was doing the drugs too. I guess the big thing with them was sex and drugs. That's what method kind of is. Cocaine as well. But anyway, but Liberace had his big career, right? And Scott was just his boy. I mean, I guess he was 20 years younger than him. I forget who. Matt Damon played Scott Thorson. Yeah. We were in jail several times though. Hi, Nicole Reloaded. Nicole Reloaded has a role in in the murder in the B sector. She's an FBI agent. As a matter of fact, she's the top woman. The top lady. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay. Nicole Reloaded. I'm gonna click off for a minute, people. I want to see if this link works. Oh, there it is. Y'all so smart. Sometimes I feel so fucking dumb and old, honey. I can't figure out the simplest things. Now, I couldn't even put the link in. Matter of fact, let me copy your link. I'll just keep that. Hold on. Oh, that's much better. Much smaller. Okay. I'll just copy that and I'll use that one. Okay. Has anybody here actually read the book? It's been out for 2 weeks. I had to take it down for 2 weeks. Scott Thorson said Liberace was uncut. Girl. Who gives a damn about that old Queens? It just never occurs to me about these old people, what their penis looks like, child. He was old when he met him. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I got to take you out, Quan Meek. Why'd you say that? No, that's so cruel and nasty. That's not. Yeah, if you get a copy there, I'm taking you out, Quan Meek. You need to get a copy of that book, honey. Y'all keep on playing with this shit, with this doxing stuff, honey. It's so much fun until the rabbit got the gun. I hope it takes you out all over the place, John. You just won't be nasty. Mm-hmm. Girl, you crazy. I thought he was Jewish. Oh, I think that boy, he's a mess. He's another drug addict. Just a terrible person. Why y'all be bothered with terrible people? They're not even aware that they're terrible. Didn't he do time in a mental institution or something? Whatever. I will not be covering none of that. The FBI agent says no doxing. Why is it not available in UK? Well, it's only been available for about an hour. It's on Amazon though. Try to click this link here, little Miss Nisi Pie. It might take a little longer if it's foreign. I don't know how it works. But Nicole Reloaded has the link right here. It'll be in the chat. Getting guns. Did you hear that there is going to be a prequel series of the what? That's interesting. Then the B. Speaking of getting guns. Okay. How did that song go? Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Mama said you always be the chosen one. She said you're one in a million and you got shotgun eyes. Steady, do down. Yeah. Woke up this morning and I got yourself a gun. Linda B says, speaking of getting guns, did you hear that there is going to be a prequel series of The Sopranos? No, I hadn't heard it. First I heard of it. I always thought that they should do something with that son, though, because the son now would be in Tony's age. I love that series. That is my favorite series of all time, was The Sopranos. It's strange because I clicked on it. The first 2 times I clicked on it, I said, I don't want to be bothered with this. They're talking about raising families and all this kind of shit. And then after, I guess I was binging it one weekend or whatever, I couldn't stop. I must have went through the whole series 3 times. So I said, well, the young kid, he's had some trouble too, the actor. Want to play, but because he probably looks like Soprano now. Well, if he is, I'll certainly watch it. A lot of times these series or these second ones, these remakes and so forth, are not as successful. Like if you go to Netflix, you're going to see Tales of the City on there. It's not that good. I don't think it's as successful. Made it a season. You will see Dynasty. They have a new Dynasty on there. No one ever talks about it. It came and went. You know, with updated characters. I mean, the good thing is most of these things now they have black people in them. Not everybody looks the same. You know, they have gay people in them, all this kind of stuff. But they're just not. They don't have the same impact. And it could be just because you know we're judging it by the old series. But yeah, a lot of series are like that when they do the remakes and all that or continuations. I haven't seen any prequels done though. But there are exceptions. Godfather 1, 2, fantastic. I like 3, you know. Just bought the book. Okay. Thank you, Sabai. Sabai. Mm-hmm. Love Tells of the City. He lives up the street here, Amerstead Maupin. He lives right here in the Castro. I live in Castro DeBose Triangle. So on this side of the street is DeBose Triangle. On that side of the street is Castro. He lives half a mile up. Armistead Maupin. It's an interesting story. The inside scoops. I don't think so, but I lived in Hollywood for 15 years. 15, Hollywood, West Hollywood. You hear things, you know, wherever you're from, you're going to hear about things that go on in your town, right? Wherever you live, you know, there's lots of stories there. Okay. Timothy, do you, Precious Diva, what are you on, girl? You trying to get the tea, honey. She said, do you know if Little Richard picked up Hustler Boys? Okay, he's gone, dead and gone. Now, I'll tell you my story. I was in Vacaville State Prison with Little Richard's son. So he had gotten in trouble. Strangely, I don't think I ever asked him what he did. But one of his sons, apparently Little Richard had children all over Los Angeles and Georgia. Or was he? Yeah, he's from Macon, Georgia. He was a true bisexual, but he struggled with his sexuality for his entire life. Even though he wanted to wear when nobody was doing it, big hair and lipstick and eyeshadow and all this stuff, even before the David Bowie and all the glam people, Little Richard would do that. He still was bisexual. He was still having sex with women, right? So as the story goes, Little Richard was on one of these things where he had denounced his homosexuality. He had changed. He had changed a new leaf, or whatever you call it, turned over a new leaf. Anyway, he took off all his glitter and all his gold and all his capes and all his hair and all this stuff, and he put on a plain suit. Some people think that your clothing defines you, right? He put on a plain suit, and he's saying that he is now delivered, was the language of the day. And then there was a terrible car accident with Little Richard. He ran into a pole on Santa Monica Boulevard. Santa Monica Boulevard is the gay drag, right? So people say that he was looking at the boys and he ran into his damn pole. But that is the gay drag. And then he went back into his glitter. And he had like a resurgence of his career. He had several of those, you know. So I would imagine most people are not interested. If he's 70, he ain't interested in no 70-year-old man. Sure. I can speak for myself. I ain't interested in no old man. I'm like, what's that woman? Moms Mabley. Moms Mabley said, if you catch me with an old man, I'm holding him for the police. Nobody want to wrinkle that ass body. I mean, people, usually you see successful people, you're going to see them with younger people. It's just the way it is. It is a privilege that you have when you are famous. People want to get next to you. I want to get next to you, sitting here in this chair, waiting on you. Oh, baby, to see things my way, but not a word you say. You won't even look my way. Girl, I'm spending my time, wasting my dime, talking till I'm black and blue. Can't you see? I want to get next to you. Woo! Dream of you when I go sailing by. Whenever your eyes met. How did the hell? Now, I haven't heard that song in a long, long, long time. That's why I go off on these little tangents, people. Forgive me. I'm just enjoying remembering something. Mm-hmm. Yep, Gandolfini's son is going to play the leading role. Gandolfini, okay, so that's Tony. Tony's real son, or Gandolfini's, the actor's son, is going to play the leading role. Linda B. You remember, because Tony Soprano had a son in the show who would be about Tony's age now, probably be 30s, 40s. Is he going to play because that would be a way for them to segue into, if they want to. Wait a minute. So they're talking about a prequel. So it would be before he had a son then. So they would want somebody to play Tony as a younger person. Right. So yeah. Gandolfini's son or Tony Soprano's son. Uh-huh. They'll do whatever they have to do to get people to watch. You did it? Okay, Little Miss, but you're in Canada? Give it a day or so. Amazon should be everywhere, but like I said, I came on here immediately after it became available. The paperback will be available also probably around Monday, Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Sopranos, baby. Mm-hmm. Ivan words came back too. I want to get next to you. Mm-hmm. What about the Greenleaf? I like the Greenleaf. I think I reviewed every one of those from Greenleaf. I think I held on to the very last episode. I don't know that I like doing reviews for TV shows, because Queen Sugar, which is another my favorite show of mine on OWN, it started a few days ago. And I sat there and I watched it. I said, do I want to commit to this? Because you don't get the viewership, is one thing. I mean, obviously, everybody that watches me is now watching the same television show, right? So it'd only be interesting to a certain amount of people. Now, some people, they go to them, they are known for doing reviews, and they get good numbers doing reviews. I think James does well doing reviews because that's what he does. They're not looking for that from me necessarily, particularly since I stopped doing them altogether. But I do like Queen Sugar. It just came on if you guys are interested. It'll be on demand there. But I don't think I'm going to be reviewing any TV shows, because you have to commit to watching all of the programs and taking notes. Sometimes you can't even enjoy it because you got to be paying attention to your notes and how you're going to present it, you know. Timothy, do you know if Little Richard? Okay, I'm way behind again. Your uncle's slow. Uh-huh. Who has the old style name? Gattafini? I think of him of being the age of Truman Capote. That was an interesting character. Truman Capote. He was a writer as well. Well, that's his primary thing as a writer. He wrote In Cold Blood. Some deranged teenagers that wouldn't kill the whole family. He had something else. Did you write Breakfast at Tiffany? Breakfast at Tiffany? Yeah, I did. I'm thinking about watching Greenleaf again, actually, because you can binge watch it on Netflix. Yeah, usually I'll watch the first 2 or 3 series, and by that time, the people start reaching for. Depends on how good the writers are. But I was glad that Greenleaf is coming. I mean, Queen Sugar's coming back on. That was always an interesting story to follow those families. Yeah, I might rewatch that. I don't know if they have another season in them though. Started watching Pose. That was really good. Yeah, Pose on Netflix. Most of these things, I guess Netflix has got some kind of arrangement with all these studios that after they go off the air, they get reruns on Netflix. You missed all of Queen Sugar? Oh, you can start over again then. Is Queen Sugar on Netflix? I think it is. Or just go to On Demand. I don't know if Queen Sugar's on there, but I definitely know Greenleaf is on there. Mm-hmm. Is it true, Teddy? The Richard Ramirez. How would I know something like that? Timothy, is it true Teddy Pendergrass slept with Luther Vandross? How would I know something like that, child? Teddy Bear. I haven't heard any indication that he would be his type. But wasn't Teddy Pendergrass when he had the horrible car accident? Wasn't he with a transgender woman? I don't know that he would be interested in Luther Vandross. Who knows, people? Them people ain't gonna tell us the truth about that kind of stuff. That's personal business. Car Wash was a cute movie. Mm-hmm. He said, "I'm more woman than when you will ever have, and more man than you'll ever be, baby." Huggy Bear. That was an ugly queen, wasn't it? Well, at least he had a job. He went out there hustling. Shit. Queenie, be quiet. Queenie, what you doing? What are you doing? Booty, booty, booty. Booty, booty, booty. I had to wash my baby and give him a flea bag. He been scratching lately. He needs a haircut. Damn, a good groomer I go to. They gave me a date of 2.5 months to make an appointment to cut a dog's hair. It's crazy. I got to find a new groomer. They're that busy. They are too busy for me. Only thing good about them was they were very close. They were right in the corner. Teddy was in the closet, girl. Mm-hmm. A lot of people who have sex with transgenders, though, do not consider themselves to be gay. They don't. And the girl, she likes it because she wants to be a woman, or she don't want to consider her husband to be gay. So she likes it and he likes it. And strangely enough, though, I mean, I go to LGBTQ church where the predominant, most of the people there are LGBTQ. The trans women seem to hold on to their men longer than, I mean, lesbians are number one. They seem to be always in relationship. But the trans women, at least the ones that were around me, held on to their husbands better than the gay boys. The gay men are the one that can't keep it in their drawers. Huh? They are the ones that seem to have the hardest time with long-term relationships. I thought it was pretty interesting. Now I'm basing this on 4 or 5 relationships. I don't know. But these people have been together for years and years and years. But the man continues to be kind of alpha male. And of course, she wants to be the opposite. She's super feminine. You caught my live, Yogi Bear. I've seen you before, Yogi Bear. Mm-hmm. I live on Sanchez Street when Harvey Milk was killed. Sad, Richard Ramirez. Oh, you live here now? You live on Sanchez. Sanchez is only about 3 blocks from here, I think. Yeah, I'm over here on DeBose. I'm right here by Safeway, Richard Ramirez. Yes, Sanchez is only maybe 3 or 4 blocks up. When Harvey Milk. Well, at least Harvey Milk gets his due after his passing, though. We have Harvey Milk Plaza, Harvey Milk Schools, Harvey Milk Streets, Harvey Milk, everything. We got Harvey Milk bars. So he's definitely remembered. Mm-hmm. Not no more? Okay, you moved on. Okay. Tim, can you schedule Sweeney's future appointment while at the current appointment? Oh, okay. When you're leaving, just schedule his next appointment. Do it like a regular thing. Yeah, like every 6 weeks. That's a good idea, Elaine. If I can't find nobody else. Some of these groomers went out of business when they had for COVID, right? A lot of business, just in general, went out of business. So I only knew of 2 other ones in this area. I got to figure out where they're at. He has care of animal tags, so support animal tags, so he can go on the train with me or the bus with me or whatever. I can take him somewhere else. But I like to do things. The main thing I like about the neighborhood I live in is it's walkable. So everything that I do is in walking distance. I very rarely have to get on anything, right? So I ain't trying to make relationships where I got to be traveling. I guess you could Uber, go somewhere. Harvey Milk was fabulous. Right? When nobody else out there fighting like that, honey. He broke the glass ceiling here. What is not? Lord have mercy. Asante, oh, you must be really cutting up. They blocked you all over the place. You showing out, Asante? Share with them. Tell all personal information on where you live. You telling a person with the scream name of a serial killer. Lord have mercy. I thought it was general information. I don't know. Maid woman. I don't know maid woman. LA, though, they will hold their secrets because there are a lot of gay actors who I never knew they were gay. Never. And you never see it in the tabloids where they tabloid everything there. But they won't discuss the gay issue. Because there are a lot of gay actors. How can all you go, if you go to New York, go to the theater, you see all these gay people in theater or whatever. And then when they become stars, movie stars, then all of a sudden nobody gay anymore. You know. Things are changing, but things change slowly. There come a day when people can just be themselves and realize that this is just a role, honey. This is not me. I can play a straight person. I can be a gay person. Look at Wesley Snipes. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Wesley as Noxzema? That blew your mind. Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Oh. Sometimes the songs come back. Sometimes they don't. Oh, shit. Who is this? Oh, Lord. Oh, we've been kidnapped people. Can we get rid of this person? Let me see. We have to get, okay, hide user. This dude, Edward, come on here talking about the 5 monster is the queen of the sex. And he done made 30 posts. Sick. Y'all sick. Girl, look at all them damn. Why are you doing that shit, Edward? You're a fool. You're an idiot. You think you're representing her? Well, you thought we gonna leave all this up? Why are you wasting your finger action, honey? It's probably her. Well, I ain't never had no troll like that before. That's somebody with a mental problem. Bear Cluster, they don't talk about Tyler so much as they used to. They used to be real curious about his sexuality. Walter Hampton I think he got 1.6 million the last time I checked on the video he made. He got 1.6 million views, I believe, saying that him and Tyler Perry were close. And Tyler Perry was one of the girls, and he was a queen before he became famous, right? Then there was a cartoon made about him, and what's that cartoon? The black cartoon, Pose. I think the thing was called Pose, and it's called The Boondocks. They made a parody on him, saying that he was gay. I believe he's gay, but my opinion doesn't make any difference. I just don't think it makes any difference. I mean, we ain't gonna sleep with him. What difference does it make? But he has a child now, I believe. I mean, with all the accomplishments that man has, it all boils down about his sex life. Who cares? So, I mean, people are curious, but I don't. He's been around so long now. Tyler Perry is I mean, he's a showbiz legend in Atlanta. But people got burned out on some of the Madea type characters. But he saw something there and made a fortune out of it, honey. I say the man should be respected for his work, not for his booty hole. You reported it as spam? Yeah. Yeah, I blocked the person. They still ain't gone yet, huh? Okay. Let's report. Maybe I can report it. Nope. Or spam. I'll report it too. Maybe they get rid of them. Foolish people. If you want to be somebody on social media, use your name, honey, or whatever your handle is. You're keeping for somebody else, child. It's foolish. How low is your self-esteem when you have time to sit up here putting 30 times with Fabi? He's bringing Miss Mask. He's bringing Madea back. I think she's going to have her own show. Well, he's brilliant. Maybe he can do something with her. I kind of got tired of looking at her, but when I first saw Madea, I was hooked. At one point, I didn't have every single video because my friend Gamage, who's a moderator here, he had all of them. So if I wanted to watch them, I could just borrow from him. But I watched all of them over and over and over and over again. I thought they were hysterical. But like with most funny stuff, I mean, it has a shelf life. So maybe he can reinvent her again. Maybe make her a little more serious. How can you make a character like that serious though? But a lot of people thought she wouldn't make it in the movies, and she made him rich. You never understood why Five fell out with Jay. She needed content. Maybe when you identify yourself, you're the queen of the beef sector. That means this is your whole thing is this. It ain't but like, was it between 20 and 30 people who you'd even consider to be beef sector, right? So you're gonna start eating on each other, child, feeding on each other. So you ain't got no beef. You know, she was there in Atlanta with him. She was already planning to turn on it. She saved the information, right? It's like Sean does. He saves the information to use it on you later. He'll use it against you. At some point, he's going to release these things that went on in Atlanta. He's going to release them. Why? Because it gives them content. Yeah. Scooter High said, yeah, Madea is needed right now. Folks are going crazy. So mad at everything. We need some humor back. Okay. Yeah, if he can make it funny again. I mean, he's a brilliant man. My thing with Tyler Perry, though, is with all that money and all that big, huge studio and all the access to everything and every celebrity in the world, he continues to want to write, produce, direct every single scene. It's just too much. He could hire the best writers in Hollywood or Atlanta. Why don't you just delegate? He has to learn how to delegate. I guess he thinks he's funnier than anybody, but some of the stuff is pretty slapstick. And he could elevate more, I think, if he would hire the right people. No studio head is out there in front of the camera, behind the camera, on the side of the camera, in the office, upstairs, downstairs. It's too much. They have to have your hand on every single detail. I think that's why him and Oprah fell out for him, because she's into that quality product. But I mean, he did help her to build her station, her network, and everything. He was a big fan of hers and all that kind of thing. But the end result is she wanted something more on the level of Greenleaf or Queen Sugar. Even if it was comedy, it didn't have to be slapstick, I don't think. And he's capable of creating other characters. He might come up with a whole different idea. He just knows that's the name that pays, honey. Precious Diva, you are chasing these boys today. Timothy, a lot of women chase after Tyler Perry, but that man loves some hot dog girl. Hot dog girl. If I were him, I'd just come on out. You're the ruler of the world, honey. You got your own goddamn universe. Why are you hiding from these people? Be yourself. Get you a fine ass man and marry him. You know. People do what they want to do. That troll is only doing that because the book is popping. I would never represent myself as somebody like that. I mean, they went on there and made a long hour thing about, what was it, 40 minutes? Even on the back of the book, it says this book takes 6 hours to read. How in the fuck are you reading it in 45 minutes on a Zoom or live kind of thing, whatever? And then he talking about, oh, I couldn't follow the characters. Too many girl. You cannot take any book in creation, girl. You cannot take any book in creation, and you're gonna read the first. I read the first 3 pages. Oh, that's him. That's him. I know who that is. And then you go skip all the way into the middle of the book. Oh, what are you talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, I can't follow these characters. Too many characters. And then you're gonna go another 100 pages ahead. Oh my God! Where did he come from? I don't know where you have to read the damn book, people. That's it. Child, you can't skim through a goddamn. That's what I'm talking about. These people, they ain't never read nothing. 5 months, they ain't never read a book in her goddamn life for pleasure. But to go out of your way to try to piss all over somebody else's work, it's just, I just can't believe it. Y'all see, now she came out with her little 1 minute, what was it? Her promotion of some kind of shit some kind of promotion she got. She got all these people's faces in. She even then brought VS face back, right? I guess what's that little show they do to get together, her and QB? She has something released, produce one of those things. You produce it on iMovie. She released it today, right? She wants to be able to do whatever she wants to do, but she wants to piss and shit all over my work. My book is fabulous. I mean, it's a good book. It's a good read, honey. I've read enough books to know when I'm writing good. It's a great book. Why would you go in there and try to piss on it? My first book, The Meth Monster, who has gotten such rave reviews from all kind of different kind of people, he took and read my book in like 6 or 7 videos, made 6 or 7 videos on my copyrighted work. And at the end of my copyrighted work, he took and burned my book. This is at her instruction because she had just done the thing 2 weeks earlier about James's books. You go through your books just to shit all over them. It's the level, it's the taste level, people. It's the character of the person. It's the character of the person. And I'll repeat, the name of the book is Murder in the Beef Sector. I guess somebody in there figured out a way to handle the situation. Crack. Uncle Tim, I hope you watch Cookie Monster. You talk about dragging FB. She does it. Classic drags too. Yeah. I peek in. I'm mostly in the bushes over in another. I just don't want to get into more beefs with people. Sometimes I can just sit back and watch people, you know. So yeah, I noticed that dead person is kind of backed off of that woman because that woman can fight on the same level, right? Sometimes, baby, you just need soldier, right? When I was in the street life, there were instances because I'm basically a gentle person. I mean, I get hot. I can run my mouth loud, but there were instances sometimes where you need a soldier. I'm sorry, it's unavoidable, honey. If somebody's just robbed you and take $2,000 or $3,000 from you, you need the appropriate people. You might not like their methods. I don't want to know their methods. It is necessary. Netta K. Hi, everyone. Just left Amazon looking for the book, but only see the Kindle. Yeah, the Kindle version is the only one out today. It's just been out about an hour. So Netta, it'll be the paperback will be available. Probably it may be available tomorrow. It usually runs 2 to 3 days behind the ebook, so it's not going to be no long wait. So if you want to get that, you just hold on for a minute. I usually get, if I'm interested in it, but I buy both of them. I mean, it's only $5, but the paperback is I think $12.20. Mm-hmm. It will be there. Yep. I had to do my show and tell again. So let me show you my other books since we're here. Let me show you my other books. Here was number 1, Meth Monster, my bestseller. Love and Gospel Music. That was my first novel. That's the one Almond Brown read last week. Muse. Muse has not been read publicly yet. The Label. I messed up the cover. The Label. That was the last book I wrote before this one. And this one here is one of my precious. It was the second novel. So this will be my 6th book. I'm proud of them. They're like my children. They're like my children. People say, "Oh, you should compare that with a child." No, to a writer, it is because you put so much time in them. You know, it feels like something you birthed. I'm Lil Nas. I should show up. I don't have to have no pull in my stomach, Lil Nas. I can show my stomach for real, honey. Show my pregnancy. Oh shucks, I know you're about to go off in a minute. I'm still working anyway. But hey, everybody, see y'all in the next time. Okay. Catch us on the replay. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Scooter High. Whenever you guys finish, though, let us know that you finished the book, though. I mean, spread the word for me, please. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, so I have no fear of that. Oh, I didn't like this. Honey, if we were fearful of our work, we wouldn't write it. I wouldn't take the time. It takes hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, right? To get your thoughts down on paper. And frankly, I don't know how long this brain is going to last. So I need to do as much as I can while it's working, honey. Use it or lose it, baby. That's good brain exercise. Edward Person, who is that? The troll? Trolls don't count for nothing. Enjoy, Scooter High. Okay, you wait for the hard copy. I have it on my Kindle. Cannot find the audio player feature on that app. Okay. Is that you, Connie Bird? Okay. Okay, Connie. You have it on your Kindle? Let's talk to Connie for a minute here. I have it on my Kindle. Okay. So you turn your Kindle on. Hold on a minute. Here's your Kindle. Turn it on. There's the beef sector, right? All you have to do is, okay. Click on it like that. You see? All I did was click on a page. And then in the very corner here.
Chapter 1. Mitra Alf. The mood of the country was dark. COVID-19 or the coronavirus was just starting to be reported.
You see that, Connie?
The US and in fact the world. Donald Trump was mounting his dirty and highly
So Connie, you're saying you have a Kindle app? I've never seen that. Is that on your phone? It should make a difference though, right? You click on the book. If it's a Kindle app, it should be the same thing. Just in the corner, there's an arrow. In the corner of the page. I hate this shit. There's an arrow. See that arrow right there?
Chapter 1. Mitra Alf. The mood of the country was dark.
That's it.
COVID-19 or the coronavirus was just starting to be reported in cities.
So if it's a Kindle app, it should work. Yeah, I use that when I'm writing a lot as well. I'm reading the book all over and over and over and over again. But you get used to the mechanical voice. And for you guys who don't have a Kindle, they're so cheap. You can get a Kindle for, I think, $39, something like that. Sometimes they're not really selling you the machine. They're selling you the machine so you can buy books similar to what your cell phone does. Your cell phone don't really care how much money they make on the cell phone. They make the money by charging you every month, right? So if you have a Kindle, you're able to buy movies, you're able to buy games, you're able to buy books and books. And it started with just books, but now it's everything, you know. And you can order stuff on there. So it's like a mini tablet. Oh Lord, I've been here an hour and a half. Lord have mercy. I like that car wash song came back to me. What's the other one I like on there? I'm going down 'cause you ain't around, baby. My whole world's upside down. Time on my hand since you've been away, boy. And I ain't got no plans. No. Since you've been gone, everything's going wrong. I can't stop these tears from falling from my eyes. Oh, baby, I'm going down. Wasn't that the little hooker girl, the little whore? I mean, she was a streetwalker, but she was in love with somebody. That's why she was singing that song, right? It was so sad. She was cleaning herself up in the little bathroom in the car wash. And I think she was in love with somebody. Philly Street. Oh, you were watching? Okay, I was watching a few docs on the Philly Street last night. They were quite interesting. Ain't that something? Same boy in San Francisco. I imagine it's in all big cities. But just, you see the police was standing right there, right? Garbage all in the streets, people shooting up in their neck right there. Well, that's the way it is in the drug world. Sometimes it is hard for me to imagine that I used to be in that life. Now, fortunately for me, I had a partner who still loved me years after we broke up. So whenever I would get down to where I was like just about to be on the street, I would always go with him back and forth, right? And I was going in and out of jail all the time. So a lot of the time I didn't see what goes on in the actual streets, but it's pretty bad. And it is essentially all the same thing. Those are the people I dealt with. So now being this far away from it, I'm 20 years away from drugs. It's amazing. I said, oh my God, was that me? Was it me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell the truth. Tell the truth and shame that devil. How many copies of Meth Monster did you sell? The last time I checked, it was over 7,500. There were over 3,000 in just the ebooks. The ebooks is the only thing that actually, I mean, ebooks costed more money, but they paid the author more money. So there was a resurgence of the Meth Monster about 2 years ago when they were paying me hundreds of dollars a month. 7,500. That's the only one I ever checked. I mean, the novels and so forth. I mean, I don't know. It's been years. So usually a self-published book many times will sell. The average is something like 200 to 300 copies. In other words, it'll sell mostly to people people who have, this fiction, unless you're a popular author, right? So to sell 7,000 of them is pretty impressive. I was very impressed with that book because it is it's a spiritual book, one thing. Now, why did they take Eric the Midget out? You did something bad, Eric the Midget? Are you trying to? Were you reading? Oh, my moderator's on top of it, baby. All right, people, I'm done with this. Please download. Like I said, I got so many of them. Murder in the Beef Sector. This time they chose the wrong one. And the issues, people, if you get nothing else, the issues are real. The events are not real. Maybe the people are not real. The issues are real. I think you guys will enjoy it. Okay, later, people.